binoculars, and what do I see? Jersey Devil, Chupacabra, half a dozen Yeti. But no matter, baby, what I do, I can't seem to find you.
Welcome to Featured Creatures. Jurassic Park song.
I was going to say it's the Jurassic Park.
And I am Alan. And to my right is Captain Todd.
What the fuck are you doing?
That's
The Jurassic Park song.
Yeah, I don't.
It was just weird at first, but he got there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Garrett. Yeah.
I'm Alex.
He introduced you.
I wanted to make it clear
Oh, God.
Yeah.
to the audience.
So we also have
Some
another...
things are just too traumatic to comprehend the first time.
We also have another weird episode today of just not covering a single thing. This one, brought to you by theall.com. It's spelled TheAWL. It is a list of, a guide to the spooky, scary, secret monsters of every state. Written by John Wenz. In October 31st, 2012.
All right. I think spooky and scary is used too much. How?
I don't know. This
bad
first
we gonna
monster
get?
is spooky scary.
Okay.
Okay.
And we've already covered it before.
It's man. Oh.
Alabama. A gigantic wild boar.
Hogzilla.
Hogzilla. The gist. Weighs upwards of 1,000 pounds. Is wild boar. That... I didn't... It... Weighs upwards of 1,000 pounds, comma, is wild boar. We already talked about the Hogzilla, about those big old boars that are the hybrids of farm pigs and stuff.
Yep.
So I'm not going to read the story that John Wentz wrote, because we've already covered this. And go find it.
It would be a mild bore to talk about it again.
That's actually good. I like that.
All right.
Alaska. Monster. Kushtaka.
I like that name.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Oh, fuck. I love it. The gist? It's a were-otter. As in a person who transforms into an otter.
Like a big otter or like a regular size otter?
Well, you don't turn into a regular-sized wolf. Turn into a humanoid wolf.
Is this related
in
to
some
that?
stories.
The
it's
Otter
like
King, man?
The Dobarchu? Because that's
Yeah.
exactly what I thought.
No, because that's not in Alaska. And Dobarchu came from Ireland to the northeast.
Doesn't he hang out in Canada, though?
Yeah, but like eastern side of Canada.
Yeah, but there's a long...
Yeah.
It's not a big trek if you're a big Otter King.
I think it is.
I don't think
Because
so.
you might mature into Nessie along
was
the
gonna
way.
say,
And then
Oh,
you
yeah, I
finish your
forgot. I
gestation
forgot.
period.
Fuck. There's so many lakes to mature into Nessie in. All right.
That's why there's so many. That's why there's Ogopogo,
Yeah.
Igapogo, Champ.
Well, no. I mean, it's like those wayward, those wayward seagulls that are where they shouldn't be. Just deep in Death Valley.
On the moon.
Yeah, on the moon.
Well, seagulls also go to dumps, and there's a dump in Quartz Hill.
That's true.
So, seagulls live inland.
That's why we have them out here sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna go with that. This is just a Dobarchu.
Okay, this story sounds pretty fun. While stories of the Wahila, giant wolves that might be descendants of the prehistoric bear dogs, persist in the mythos of Alaska, those of us who were bored... Hold on. No, I don't like this guy already.
Oh.
Those of us who were bored to within an inch of our lives by the Liam Neeson movie The Grey might let out a slow, steady yawn. Wow. Fuck you. I like The Grey.
I mean, it's a good movie, but it's definitely not an action movie.
I mean...
It is a frustrating movie.
Sure, you can enjoy Legends of Prehistoric Wolf Creatures if you wish. Fuck you.
It's like
Or-
the Roger Ebert of cryptids.
Or... He has a lot of R's on it.
Oh.
Wow.
Or you can have a person who shapeshifts into an otter. A supernatural otter. Are you afraid yet? If you're a sailor in distress, you maybe should be. Depending on its mood, a kushtaka might aid the sailor, or drown him. The creature can mimic human voices while in otter form, and thus, for good or ill, can lull the drowning by imitating the voices of their loved ones.
Wow.
If a Kushtaka decides to save you, it will transform you into one of its own so that you can now a supernatural otter yourself.
So it's full circle. He becomes your loved one, your family, regardless.
But like the way that like so you
That
can
stretches
now
all over.
comma a supernatural otter yourself.
I don't care about that. No, just
All
just,
of my mistakes in this one aren't on me.
Yeah, these aren't on us. Just turn us into the big otter
Um,
so we can not read this guy's weird syntax.
The big otter.
Now, can your prehistoric bear dog do that? I hate this man.
Turn him into big otter food. Skip.
Arizona. The Mogollon Monster. 7 foot tall, Bigfoot-like creature with bad BO. All Bigfoots smell.
See, I'm saying it's like the overusage of scary and creepy. It's like, oh, it's smelly. It's like, oh, well.
But what if that's like its power?
Oh.
Like it's like a skunk, but not like
Oh.
a skunk ape. But I mean, it's just
Oh
like
my god.
I guess this guy just really needs to specify harder.
Okay, so this and the next monster are both Bigfootish, and I apologize in advance for the lack of thrills there. I find the Sasquatch as deathly dull as you do. At least we agree. I don't like Bigfoot's boring.
it's just overused.
That's kind of what he says here. But it seems that when sending a contestant to the American Monster Pageant, many states default to the safe line of, well, we have a Sasquatch here. That's cool, right? It's kind of like someone saying the Beatles are my favorite band. Have you ever heard of them? It's just a Bigfoot that smells bad. I'm not reading the rest of this guy's writing. Arkansas. I know it's Arkansas, but
It's okay.
I said that up until about 7th
I
grade.
like saying Arkansas.
I have family from there. That's what they.
Folk Monster. Boggy Creek.
Oh,
Boggy Creek's in Arkansas.
Yeah.
It's Boggy Creek.
Yep.
I'm leaving it at that because he's talking more shit about. He's just talking about the movie Boggy Creek.
This guy's a mild.
And he links to the trailer in it.
Boar.
Quick side note. I learned something interesting about Boggy Creek a couple days ago. Apparently, the way that movie was made was what inspired the guys who made the Blair Witch Project movie.
Huh.
That they were like, yeah, we should do like a horror movie that's like a documentary.
That's cool.
Yeah, I love the idea of Chuck Pierce influencing one of the most influential horror movies of all time.
You know what else is cool?
What?
We don't have a state with a B in it in our country. Well, the B starting letter.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Because it goes straight to California.
Yeah.
Any guesses on the monster on this one?
That's also a Bigfoot.
Nope.
Whoa!
The Space Brain.
That's our state monster?
It's one of
What's
them.
a state monster? All right.
The
I like
gist.
this idea.
Large bluish creatures that resemble human brains surrounded by a hazy aura or mist.
So behold, I have a giant brain. Or whatever.
What I can't remember Fry's bad writing.
I
I be leaving now.
Oh, wait.
For no reason.
Yeah, for no reason.
Alright, the story. 2 young men getting into a car one night in Palos Verdes, California, were understandably startled to turn on their headlights and see 2 brains glowing in the middle of the road. At least one of the brains had a large eye in the middle of its brain head thing. They quickly sped away from their strange sighting. One man, John Hodges, dropping the other, Peter Rodriguez, off at his house before Hodges returned to his own home. That is how dropping someone off works.
You know what? I think we solved this. This is Fry.
The only trick, 2 hours had gone missing from the night. When Hodges underwent hypnosis years later, his story of what happened that night became significantly more exciting when it was revealed that he returned home to find the brains waiting for him.
Whoa. I'd be freaked out. That would freak me right the hell out.
And I'm going to leave the rest of this off because I'm going to look up these things and maybe we're going to do an episode on these space
that
brains.
sounds interesting.
Colorado. Oh, this thing's cool. I like this. The sliding rock bolter.
Ah.
What's that guy?
It's a two-burst-eating land whale.
Oh, okay.
It's a fearsome critter. In the steepest mountains in...
I like
I'm telling you, Fry wrote this whole thing.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to try to make this goods words. I know what I said.
In
the steepest
bluest.
mountains, it waits, the fearsome slide rock bolter, whose entire reason for being seems to eat tourists. It greatly resembles a whale with adaptations to its tail to enable grasping to rocks. When it spots its prey, it unhooks its tail from the mountain peak perch and slides belly down and eats the tourist.
So
Just
it's got like a
picks up
hand
momentum.
for a tail, and it's like waiting on a cliff, and it's like, as
Yeah.
soon as they walk into my path, I'm just gonna...
It's like a whale-sized bat, like largemouth bass that slides down a fucking...
It's like an Atari game. It's like Root Beer Tapper, but it's a friggin' whale that eats people.
Yeah.
Note to self.
Oh, no. Connecticut. God damn. Melon heads.
Like the people?
Yes.
Like hydrocephalic?
Yes. Because there is urban legends that they, like, there's...
Oh my
There's some
God.
goblin under your bed that puts water in the brain, or
No, it's just
Oh my
hydrocephalic people in a forest terrorizing people.
oh,
Like, some origin stories are they were created by Dr. Melonhead, and then others are... I'm not reading what this guy wrote. I
Oh
don't...
my God.
I feel this
We're
is
gonna get to
dark real
Wyoming and it's
fast.
gonna be like wheelchairs.
But what is a more Connecticut monster than...
Something with a large head.
Yeah. I think Connecticut, I just think it's just full of wasps.
You
The
know,
people-
white American,
yeah.
what is it, Anglo-Saxon something?
In person.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That works.
And I think the kind of monster they would fear is just like a deformed child.
Just like a weird person.
So, what's a more Connecticut monster than...
Well, it's
Yeah, that
like I
checks
always say,
out.
a lot of these monsters are just because deformed babies. I mean, like, I think at least 70% of the things we've covered so far can be explained.
I'm gonna
with
read the
deformed
last sentence of this guy's thing. The melonheads are skittish and afraid of people.
because they just wail on them due to some myths about
Oh my
them.
Oh, here's a good state. Here's a good one for a state. Delaware. I got nothing. Delaware dwellers, any non-Bigfoot monsters to report?
Wow.
Florida.
So he I just want to make, he took a bye
On Delaware.
on Delaware. It was a pass.
But
Next
he's
question.
gonna leave
thank you.
Melonhead.
Like I said, wheelchairs. That's the monster for Delaware. Wheelchairs.
Like, the melonheads are like a 1950s style urban legend to scare people. Like, scare, like, a girl at make-out point.
And then when we got home, we saw there was an imprint on the window of a really big face.
Let's make a parody documentary of Cropsy.
Oh my God. About melon heads? That's in such poor taste.
I know.
Oh man. Then we're gonna have them all, we don't want, talking about how they don't want to be CRISPR'd because they're not suffering from hydrocephaly.
That was last episode. We're not talking about CRISPR here.
I'm sorry, alright? This is like, it came up a lot
Florida.
today.
Florida. Any guesses?
Some kind of old people monster.
I mean, it's a skunk ape.
Okay.
Hold on.
So a kind of Bigfoot.
Oh, well, it's a photo of the skunk ape, but the monster he picked is they don't need made-up ones because Florida.
So he took another
Cool.
pass. He took a bye.
The gist is just 3 dots. Story. In a state like Florida, where alligators, feral colonies of monkeys, invasive... Yeah, he took a bye.
Alright.
2 buys in a row.
Wow.
Could have done skunk ape, which is even smellier Bigfoot.
Let's say...
Or devil monkey.
walkers. People with walkers. That's the cryptid from the...
Or, I want to say Kid Rock lives in Florida, but I don't think I'm right.
No, I don't think so.
Pitbull? Pitbull's in Florida a lot.
I have no
He's
idea.
Mr. Worldwide. He's everywhere.
OJ spends a lot of time in Florida.
Well, there you go.
And isn't that where Casey Anthony lives?
I think so.
There's 2 monsters for Florida.
There you go.
Oh, people are like trying to get them to like hook up.
Oh my gosh. That's
Yeah.
the new dating sim.
Yeah, people were trying to get OJ. And,
Wow.
Casey.
Oh my gosh. And then you just like
Because
create
she like started dating her lawyer afterwards.
That's so weird.
And then,
Why
like-
would you do that? She
and then, like-
mangled the guy.
her kid.
Oh, sorry. No, that's. I'm thinking the woman who stabbed
Lorena
her.
Bobbitt?
No, not her. I remember Lorena Bobbitt. She was used a lot in wrestling.
Georgia. Altamahaha. Altamahaha. The gist is a 20-foot long serpent that lives at the mouth of the Altamaha River.
All right, I like this guy.
Local legend reports a 20-foot long water serpent that dwarfs the size of alligators in the region. It lives where the Altamaha River dumps into the Atlantic Ocean. and thus a host of very real sea creatures have been suggested as an explanation for the beast.
Very real sea creatures.
Also, it should be noted there's already alligators in the river, pretty much diminishing the need for something to fill the predator niche of monsters, because alligators are already horrific man-eating monsters animated with prehistoric fossils, so why make anything else up?
So we got freshwater and saltwater with the Altamaha.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hawaii.
I don't know why I thought this one would be last.
It's in
And
alphabetical order.
or is it Dog the Bounty Hunter?
Oh man, there we go. That's the real
You got it.
monster.
You took another bite. No,
Is
it's
it?
the Menehune.
Okay.
Oh, well,
Mischievous 6-inch to 2-foot tall people who roam the forests at night.
Oh, okay. The Mothra twins monsters.
Except for, like, all of them.
Well, okay, yeah.
Most monsters we hear of don't consist on a diet of bananas and fish. I mean the Menehune, who were a part of the mythology of the early Hawaiian settlers, of the Polynesian variety, not the conquering U.S. forces. Yeah, no shit.
Well, it's an important distinction.
Yeah.
I could see people.
I would have just
thinking
put, like, native Hawaiians and not early Hawaiian settlers. Even though it's true they
that. I was
settled.
going to say, even
the
like
island,
both are accurate.
But then, once they're there, whatever.
no, we're splitting with
We're splitting
settlers
hairs.
and colonialism. They're two different things. I don't know.
Hold on, okay. There's like 4 lines that are inside their parentheses. So I have to fucking piece this sentence together without the parentheses. Early Hawaiian settlers don't... Okay. I mean, the Menehune, who are part of the mythology of the early Hawaiian settlers, don't even have the audacity to go after livestock. They just pull some occasional mean-spirited pranks on people. They're also really good at construction projects. Sightings have persisted far enough to the present that they have landed the Menehune on at least one episode of Coast to Coast AF.
Wow.
Many believe that the story of the Menehune were actually a way to explain away the constructed feats of early indigenous cultures.
Interesting.
Idaho. Bear Lake Monster.
Aren't we going to cover this one?
Yeah,
It's on the list.
it is on the list. Alligator with flaming red eyes. So this is a big old alligator-ish monster living in Bear Lake and Utah-Idaho border.
Bigger than that saltwater crocodile.
Probably.
Because Jesus.
Yo, Yo.
Like, I knew those things were big. Like, I saw a video when I was a kid of a saltwater crocodile eating a regular crocodile.
if you're wondering about this, go onto the Twitter account and I posted
Check
a
our
picture
Twitter page.
of a saltwater crocodile and this girl in like a tube next to him, and fuck, dude, she's like, its head is as big as she is.
It's so preposterously big. That alligator from Jumanji, it's like that. Jesus.
Illinois. Tuttle Bottoms Monster.
That sounds right.
It's a hairy, man-sized, anteater-looking creature.
Oh.
Man-eater. Sorry, mant-eater.
Adam Anteater.
I like that.
So we've already established that most ape-like creature stories are roughly the same. Okay, don't care. Skimming.
How long would that tongue be, though?
Reports of the Tuttle Bottoms monster began cropping up in southern Illinois in the early 60s. Some said it looked like a giant anteater. Others said a deformed bear. In some cases, it was claimed to be bipedal, leading some to hypothesize that it's a primate.
I could see deformed bear. Like a really long tongue. That makes sense. It looks kind of like, if you saw it really quickly out of nowhere, I could see somebody thinking it's an anteater.
Indiana! The picture they're using is just from Creature of the Black Lagoon.
So it's a gill man.
The green-clawed beast. The gist. Neither witness got a good look, but all the illustrations basically look like the gill man from Creature of the Black Lagoon.
And that's in Indiana?
Yeah, 1955, 2 friends in Ohio River, one got pulled under. I'm just skimming his. Her leg bore the mark of a green handprint. Could not be washed off for days.
Whoa.
I'll add this to the list because the story looks fucking fun. It involves men in black.
Whoa, okay, I like that. Anytime you got a monster attack when people are showing up, they're like, hey, let's do this monster attack.
Oh no, not like FBI Men in Black.
Yeah.
Like the supernatural
Yeah,
phenomenon
yeah.
creature Men in Black.
Yeah.
Where they're
Like maybe alien robots.
almost human.
One of them was definitely a man.
My favorite one is like, I'll need water in 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. And then like 2.5 minutes, water please. And then like, just holds it.
There's that line from the X-Files. Like, you could tell there was just something off about him. Like, one was a redhead, but she wasn't really pulling it off. The other one was definitely a mandroid.
Iowa. The monster turtle of Big Blue. Giant snapping turtle.
I like that.
Filed this one under mildly hideous. The Big Blue Lake.
This guy.
The Big
He's like
Blue-
a parody of newspaper.
A former quarry that sits within Lester Milligan Park in Mason City, Iowa, not Ohio, is
Ohio.
stocked with typical Midwestern aquatic fare, largemouth bass, northern okay, blah, blah, blah. Bottom of the lake, 34 feet deep, lurks a gigantic snapping turtle. The turtle has been said to be the size of a hood of a Volkswagen. That's not super big for a turtle.
That's like believably, like that's giant.
That's
But,
like alligator
believably
snapping
giant.
turtle can get that big.
Well, yeah. I mean, it would be like unusually big, but it's possible.
Yeah. It's unusually big, but not impossibly big.
But I think giant is accurate, but also misleading in this case. Because I was thinking like a 30-foot turtle.
Yeah.
I was thinking, baby Gamera, basically.
Okay.
And this is mildly hideous, you said?
Yeah. Kansas.
Kansas?
I couldn't find much of anything. Kansans. What would people from Kansas be called? Because he puts Kansans.
Kansanians.
Tell me if I overlooked any good creatures. But in 2004, I was driving back from Austin to Lincoln, Nebraska, and while barreling up the interstate between somewhere in Kansas, I saw a mountain lion. Turns out they're massive.
So like an actual, just like a mountain lion.
No, another bye.
He
He's saying
just
couldn't
saw
find
Cougar.
me,
Is that a
but-
picture from Rankin Bass Hobbit?
Damn it, yes!
Oh my gosh.
Mm. And it's for Kentucky.
Oh boy. Kentucky's got goblins.
Yeah.
All right.
The Hopkinsville Goblins.
I forgot that's in. I forgot that's
Yeah, the
in
Hopkinsville Goblins. Just
Okay.
short, green, wrong. Straight up wrong, and your
Kentucky.
large eyes bulging on either side. No!
Both sides the head.
It's the Hopkinsville Goblins, which I love them. And then the last thing in his description of them is parentheses, or maybe it was owls.
Well, I mean, all right. I'll give him that.
Louisiana. Aw. It's the Rougarou.
Did we do that one already?
No.
I feel like I should know that.
It's werewolf.
Okay.
It's Louisiana, New Orleans.
Okay. So, what are the odds of? I mean, was this inspired by Japanese people? Because it's got Garu in its name, so I don't.
No, it's French.
Oh.
French for werewolf is Loup-garou. And then the Cajun, Creole,
Oh, okay, yeah,
Rougarou.
yeah, I could see that. That it's weird though that the Cajuns would also R the L and then Garu. It just seems really Japanese to me. That's all I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Just nocturnal were creatures taking wolf. They're werewolves that live in Louisiana.
All right, I like that. Sort of a southern take on traditional European folktale.
Maine.
It's a big lobster, isn't it?
I'll show you the picture and you can do the same reaction you had to that.
Okay, so wait, what?
Maine. That's the picture they're using
Yeah.
for Maine. It's the
Yeah.
cover of the book Cujo.
Yeah.
Monster, the Maine mystery beast! Knock the E off the end of Maine and that'd be a good
Yeah, it would be. That would be a pretty good title.
series finale of Scooby-Doo.
Maybe.
Shaggy and Scooby-Doo and the Maine
Yeah,
mystery
Maine
beast.
Beast.
It's probably just a dog. And then he talks about Stephen King for a while. And then he says, warning, pictures depressing, it's a dog. He's just saying it's a dog. And then there's so many... I'm gonna count how many fucking brackets and parentheses are in this fucking...
You're like sub brackets, sub parentheses.
Okay, there's 2, but they each take up 4 or 5 lines.
At that point, just why parenthesize it?
Maryland. The Goat Man. But there are
the Goat Man, not a Goat Man. The Goat Man.
There are goat men everywhere.
This is the premier Goat Man. I remember reading that there's actually more Goat Men than Bigfoots.
Being a goat, and wait for it. Oh man.
Did he put the and wait for it in there?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's in text.
Whoa.
Story straight out of a comic book, but not the Legend of the Goat Man. Hold on. Straight out of a comic book, comma, but not, comma, the Legend of the Goat Man is centered in Prince George's County adjacent to Washington, D.C.
So he's like trying to delineate it from a different Goat Man?
I get. Then why even bother with the straight out of comic book? Along Fletcherstown Road, the horrible axe-wielding half-goat, half-man monster is said to try to attack cars with its axe. A lot of goat men have axes.
Wait, so is he like goat from the head up, or like...
It's like a big satyr.
Okay, alright.
Mixed between a minotaur and a satyr. So, like, if
Alright,
Mr.
satyr.
Tumnus was fucking,
He was jacked.
he was fucking jacked.
He was boss Tumnus.
Yeah. If he was... Call me Sir Tumnus.
Whoa. Just expect him to be wielding a cat of nine tails and
Oh,
trying to
fuck
get y'all
yeah.
to trust up.
Finally, one on the list I like besides those brains. Actually, that otter one is pretty cool. It's just his shit talking about the gray made me mad. He must have really hated that movie to write in 2012, like how much he hated it.
Maybe he just thought that it was popular, so he figured if he referenced it and had like a different take on it.
Okay,
Yeah, Liam Neeson was everywhere.
not in 2012.
Wasn't he Taken then?
Yeah, but like
People just watched
Taken
it.
like 3 was coming out.
People I just felt weren't shutting up.
Was
about
it?
him.
No, it couldn't have been
It was-
taken 3 by 2012.
Taken 2 then, whatever.
Electric Boogaloo. Maybe.
Because
Maybe.
Gary came out when we were in high school.
The Gray? When you guys... No, it didn't.
Wait.
No.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't.
Oh,
Look
time's
up when-
imploding.
Look
now.
up when the Gray came out.
Times I'm doing
While I talk about Massachusetts and the Dover Demon.
it. You do. Just wait for it. I'm coming back in just a
The
second.
gist: large bulbous head with orange eyes, no mouth or nose, long limbs, long fingers, freshly sandpaper textured skin. I do like the Dover Demon a lot.
Sandpaper skin.
Yeah.
3
3 teenagers saw a monster in their car, and then it led to a bunch of shenanigans.
Alright, I like that.
Yeah. Michigan. Michigan Dog Man. What if the Michigan Dog Man was a different state?
The Gray came out in 2011.
Oh, nope. Okay, cool. It was just a year after the Gray. Alright. We graduated in 09.
Yeah.
Graduated.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't.
And I went to summer school because I didn't want to walk.
Makes
I
sense.
failed one class because I didn't want to walk.
Makes sense.
It was government. And then I convinced my summer school class just to watch Charlie Wilson's War. I love that movie. Okay, Michigan Dog Man. Man's body with a dog head.
Oh, I was afraid you'd say, it's a man. ...
And a dog. Yeah, people see a 1887, 2 lumberjacks see what they thought was a dog, poked it with a stick, human body. I'm skimming this. Minnesota.
Wait, was it dead when they poked it with a stick?
No.
Like Trunka, just unconscious.
It's a land globster? Ew.
Ugh.
It just sounds awful.
Minnesota. The Wendigo.
You gotta whisper when you say Wendigo.
Wendigo.
You gotta get the ear-shaped microphone head.
I love the picture he used, though.
Really?
It is wildly inaccurate, but it's from looks like it's from a comic book, and that Wendigo is towering over a car. The car is driving.
I didn't notice that was a car. Like,
Driving
oh, man.
between the Wendigo's legs.
Why are all the... Oh no, that's the Skinwalker that I keep thinking of, where it's like the upside down person. You seem disappointed.
The gist.
Of Wendigo?
A spirit that's more than 15 feet tall with glowing eyes, long yellow fangs, long tongue, parentheses, like beyond Gene Simmons, end parentheses,
And you guessed it.
I mean,
Frank Stallone.
and
on.
yellowish skin.
This is for Wendigo?
Yeah.
Is he describing the Marvel Comics character? Straight out of a comic book, but...
I mean, that's how... Yeah, because the picture he's using does not fit his descriptions, except for the glowing eyes and the over 15 feet tall.
And like, I'm pretty sure Wendigo
Is yellow. He's orange and yellow. No, I'm thinking Bigfoot. Wendigo's all white.
Yeah, he's like Blackheart.
Yeah,
but
I'm,
white.
I'm thinking of Sasquatch, who is yellow and orange.
Yeah.
We all know.
Be careful. Gene Simmons is litigious. I wouldn't.
We all know about Wendigos. He's
He's got to protect the Kiss brand.
Yeah, I wouldn't throw his name around. He's got history.
Mississippi.
Oh, okay, like I found the picture that he was like. I swear, this is the picture that he was like. Oh yeah, that's Wendigo. Like it's taken forever to load for some reason. I got dial-up on my phone here.
All right, 1998.
It's third none.
It's a third of the way.
Oh, okay.
Like,
It's
whoever wrote this
dramatically-
article just Googled Wendigo and was like, "Yeah, it's a Wendigo."
Alright, so
Right
Mississippi. The Pascagoula aliens, which was in our list of
Oh yeah, we gotta look that up.
5 foot tall, wrinkly creatures with carrot-like protrusions around the ear and nose area, and pinchers for hands, and fused legs.
What?
Okay, so they're like super smooth or wrinkly, but like, just flesh wrapped around a human body, just like legs fused together, pincers for hands, and like their head, there's no like neck, it's like a cylinder, it's like a red mask. Like-
Oh, okay.
But on the sides where ears would be, like
It's
two
like
things
carrot
that look
things.
like carrots, and then where the nose would be another thing that looks like a carrot.
Yeah, okay. Like I just looked up a
Yeah.
picture and I've seen this thing before.
And the story is a bunch of alien abductions, but I really want to do this episode.
Yeah.
So
I'm digging this monster. This guy seems cool.
we're gonna do this. It looks fun. Missouri. Oh, look at that artist rendering.
Oh!
Of Missouri.
It's a dragon, but like from a child's coloring book. And the
Like
monsters
Swiffer.
are dragons.
The Missouri Dragons.
Here's this. The gist. Large flying serpents, parentheses, not to be confused with him, and him is a link to something, and I'm opening that link.
It's gonna be some kind of like dated pop culture reference. I
Yeah.
swear to God.
Oh my god.
What is this?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Show me a picture. Show me what you're working with, baby.
Dawn the Dragon Wilson, a kickboxer.
Yep. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we're good.
It's funny because I don't know who he is. Cool link. Alright.
Jesus.
Like
Sorry,
I
I had a
said-
message from a roommate.
Dated pop culture reference.
Yeah, even they're concurring.
No, we're getting a new fridge tomorrow.
Nice. You
Okay.
heard it here first, folks. The cryptid fridge.
Get this episode now before it gets put in the cryptid fridge vault.
Mari Sandas, a plains historian, is quoted with the story.
Wait, there's no more about the dragons?
This is about the dragons.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Back in the hard times of the 1857 to 58, there were stories of flying serpent that hovered over the Missouri River, steamboats slowing for a landing.
Steamboats.
It was like a great undulating serpent.
You know, that makes that lost chapter from Huckleberry Finn make way more sense, where he's actually a dragon the whole time.
It's just apparently they saw a
Get it?
bunch
'Cause
of...
that's a not funny pop culture reference.
You're
Said
Are you
dated
this guy?
pop culture.
Yeah.
Is that a pseudonym you wrote under?
What's the guy's name?
I'm not scrolling all the way back to the top of this. I think it was John Wens.
That's extremely fair and probably correct.
Montana, Flathead Lake Monster. The gist, measuring between 20 and 40 feet, eel-like.
All right.
At a maximum depth of 370 feet, Flathead Lake is certainly a good place for a monster to hide. Blah, blah, blah. Weird stories, first reported. It's a giant eel living in a lake.
It's the Super Mario 64 eel.
Nebraska. Fun fact, Asia also has this monster. Monster is the phantom kangaroo. Or,
Interesting.
as most cryptozoologists call it, errant kangaroos.
Okay.
They're just kangaroos that...
Yeah, somebody
Don't-
had one and they like lost it.
Yeah, they're kangaroos that are sighted in somewhere kangaroos don't belong.
Yeah.
And are 1,000% completely believable.
Yeah.
Because a kangaroo escapes all the time.
Yeah.
What happens?
There's the story about the cops that handcuffed one.
Yeah.
Is that in here?
Spring Hill Jack's even theorized to be one too.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And my favorite Jersey Devil fate, like, because they had the dime museums,
Yeah.
like the traveling, like, in one of them, they borrowed a guy's kangaroo and made bat wings for it out of,
gosh.
like, rabbit skin.
That's so perfect.
Yeah. And
Oh
they're
my
like,
god.
they just had it in a darkly lit room.
Yeah,
like,
because it's like it's an upright friggin'. It's like a goat that's upright.
yeah, that my favorite Jersey
That's so
Devil
perfect.
is it's a kangaroo wearing
With fake bat
fucking
wings.
Party City wings.
That's so great. Oh my
The only
gosh.
problem is it doesn't have the spindly legs, but I guess if it was jumping and you just saw its like feet dangling.
Can we CRISPR one of those?
Yes.
can we?
Okay,
please?
Nevada. Tahoe, Tessie. Just a boring lake monster. Story. Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z.
Oh my
Z,
gosh,
Z,
this
Z,
guy.
Z, 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 Z. It's too.
Wait, you could use Z's to mean boring?
Well, like
I've
sleeping.
never seen
It's
that
two
used before as
lines.
a plot
Two
device.
lines of Z's.
This
That's
guy's
so
a
much.
genius. How does he come up with this?
Even if I turn my phone sideways, it still takes up 2 lines.
That is.
I have
quite a
never
lot of
known you
Z's.
could
Oh
use
my
Z's
God.
to mean sleep and
It's a
boring.
monster in a lake.
What if he's like plot twist?
They're
It's like
pretty
a
much
drilling
all
monster.
the same, and always sound like plesiosaurs. And don't do much other than maybe surface and scare people.
Is this one a plesiosaur that doesn't do much but surface and scares people?
Tessie? Yeah.
It-
Yeah.
He is right, but like I said, he's like the Roger Ebert of cryptid reviews.
This is a great disappointment for a state that harbors Area 51, which is probably just used for R&D of high-grade weapons and planes anyway.
Oh, see, there we go. That's the hidden agenda of the article.
New
trying
Hampshire.
to downplay the
This
black
guy
budget.
just works in the pickle factory.
Fuck you. John Wentz. Fuck you.
Oh gosh, we're calling it out. First Shia LaBeouf, now John Wentz. Who are we going after next?
This is our third person, because we went after the host of Beast Hunter.
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
Well, you went after the host of Beast Hunter.
Oh, you will go after him after you watch that show.
I defended him a little bit.
New Hampshire. Monster. Aliens! Exclamation point. The gist, the first abduction story, Betty and Barney Hill. It's the story of Betty and Barney Hill.
That's the first abduction story.
You know the story of Betty and Barney Hill?
I think so.
White man, or white woman, black man, abducted.
Huh.
Super into it. Aliens they described were right out of an episode of Outer Limits that aired like 2 to 3 days before they were abducted.
Huh.
But I believe they were abducted.
So they got
Hypnotist had a lot of convincing though.
Yeah. Jersey. It's the Jersey Devil. And the picture he's using is a screenshot of the video game from the PlayStation 1, Jersey Devil.
Wait, what? Show me this.
You
I don't
remember
know
the
this.
commercials for that game?
No. But I do recognize it now because I was like, I was thinking like a survival horror game about the Jersey Devil, and I got really
that'd be
excited.
So good.
Like the studios made 13
Okay.
games, and when they made this one, they said, "Let it." be
We've
the
already
devil."
taught just head of a horse, wings of a bat, forked tail. It does not have a forked tail. Ever.
like a pitchfork.
Yeah. Hoofed goat feet.
He had a cloven hoof.
Let this one be the devil. New Mexico.
Aliens?
Spring Heel Jack.
Question mark. In New Mexico.
I'm not. Stories mostly originate from England. Say that he looked like something between Satan and Batman, and that he could jump really high.
That description.
And New Mexico.
I'm scrolling through the. Okay. And 100 years or so later, Jack started paying visits to the Americas, first in Silver City, New Mexico in 1938, then to Cape Cod. This version of Jack reportedly spit fire. Oh, okay. The American version of Spring Heel Jack is usually cited. I'm not reading this anymore. I'm just put the phone down. Is usually cited in graveyards, and it like at midnight or whenever it'll like when the bell rings, it'll belch like 12 balls of fire.
Interesting.
That's it. It's just another thing that people.
I see. It's just like a
Called Spring Heel
different
Jack.
Spring Heel Jack. Okay.
Some people suspect a connection between Spring Heel Jack and Jack the Ripper, but come on, this is New Mexico. It's probably just a human-shaped pogo stick probe for the Roswell alien. Fuck you!
I feel like that's a good bit. That seemed like I want to give this guy a little bit of credit on that.
A human-shaped pogo stick probe for the Roswell
Yeah,
aliens?
it seemed like a good bit. I like that.
New York. Any guesses?
Gremlins.
Alan?
Jason.
You're gonna get this one. I fucking believe in you.
I can't think of anything funny to say.
Don't be funny. I believe in you.
The
Oh,
urge
I know.
there-
I know what it is. I know
What?
what it is. I think the Rat King.
No.
Oh gosh, dang! I don't know.
I
I'm
really
out. I got
have
nothing.
no jokes today.
Montauk Monster.
I know, but I want to say something funny.
I told
He's
you
like,
not
I knew what it was.
But
I
I gotta do this because this guy is just painful to read.
Oh god, this is just
painful to
Oh
experience.
yeah, he's gonna get stupid.
some weird hairless beach creature, parentheses, probably a dead raccoon.
Raccoons have beaks. All right.
Story. In UFO circles, Montauk, New York is a seat of wicked experiments with time travel, psychic research, teleportation. Montauk Monster people think is a experiment that it got killed and flushed and then washed up on shore.
From
Interesting.
Plum Island.
North Carolina.
That's pretty believable, honestly. Like it's super reasonable.
But it was totally some bloated raccoon.
Oh shit! This one's a real
Looks a
thing.
land lobster.
Yeah.
This one's real. North Carolina sewer monster. Just ... question mark. Remember that a while when they were shoving the cameras in those tubes and there's just this weird blobby mass moving through it?
No.
What?
Oh, it was not a big news story, but a semi-big news story. Bigger than a small town. Small towns having pipe problems.
Is that a photo of it?
Yeah, and they were trying to see what it was, and it's just this big mass moving through tubes
Oh.
Interesting.
that they thought was alive, and they thought it's either a bunch of worms or something, but it's just a big mass that was slowly moving through tubes.
Did they ever figure out what it was?
Let's read.
Legion Nano.
Ugh.
That's exactly.
So
It's trying to get back to the hole after Richter friggin' destroyed them all.
okay, it's a whole fucking paragraph of him making poop jokes.
How does he come up with this stuff?
And then North Carolina sewer monster means some weird, gross, slimy thing pulsating on camera in the private sewer system in Raleigh. The internet was abuzz. Small town Raleigh. I made a mistake there. When our new slime... Was it our new slime mold overlords? Aliens? Worms? It was probably worms. North Dakota. Thunderbird. A modern day pterosaur. Thunderbirds are big birds. I'm done with reading that one. Ohio.
Does he compare it to a flying poop?
I didn't even bother to
A
skim this
mile
one.
wingspan flying poop. It's a big poop.
You know what the coolest part of Jurassic Park was?
Up for alien flying poop.
You're making me
love-
read his Thunderbird stuff
Yeah.
now. You know what the coolest part of Jurassic Park was?
That there was no pterosaurs.
When
in
Laura
Jurassic
Dern
Park.
was a total badass who outwitted some velociraptors. I mean, that was a cool part of the movie, too. There were other cool parts of the movie, too. Like dinosaurs walking on Earth. I also saw some pterosaurs flying. Or pterodactyls flying, just for the hell of it.
We didn't in Jurassic Park. There's no
It's in,
pterosaurs in
3.
Jurassic Park. There's
it's
one
also
at the
pretty
end of
cool.
2, and then they're in 3.
I know.
What's also pretty cool is that her dad was in Silent Running, and that was a cool movie.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that was Bruce Dern.
Oh my god, that's
Ohio.
crazy. Actually,
So
that never occurred to me.
Well, any guesses for Ohio? We know one of these.
Wait, how many? Can I ask a question? How many states have we gone through already?
They're not numbered.
Why aren't our states numbered 1 through 50?
we're at the Big O.
Because Virginia's number 1, right?
What
That'd
is
be
the
number 1
Ohio
state.
monster?
Big O.
Big O. Big.
Loveland Frog.
We
I
should have
said
known
I
that.
said we know one of these.
I was gonna say a Buckeye, but that's not.
Frongos.
I don't want to
That's
hear
right,
anything
I do
that
not
trashes...
Oklahoma.
Thank you.
Oklahoma octopus. A freshwater octopus.
How cool would that be?
And they're super smart. They'll build a scuba
Just
system
gonna say,
for,
right?
for
It's a
octopi.
bunch of flanges.
What the...
all right. Did you go back about the frongos?
No, I'm reading the octopedes. Hold on. Octopodes. Octopodes. Octopodes
Octopodes.
are basically the greatest creature on Earth. Agreed.
Octopodes?
You know,
They solve puzzles, have feelings, and self-awareness, and play around with the best of them. I mean,
Wait, how did we test the self-awareness?
Shut the fuck up. I mean, seriously, for something that lives 2 years, they make the most out of it. Parentheses. And are thus also proof that if there is a god, the octopus is a sad joke taken too far.
No way, you got it backwards, dude.
Oregon. Sorry, Oregon.
Oregon. It's another Bigfoot.
Colossal Claude. A furry, long-necked sea creature with a camel-like face.
Interesting.
I like this.
I was gonna say, this sounds cool. I like this guy.
Columbia River meets Pacific Ocean. Colossal Claude lives. He is said to be a long sea serpent with with a little mammal thrown in for good measure. He doesn't seem to do much of anything beyond exist.
Thank
The
you.
idea of 40-foot mammalian eel with a camel's head is too great not to mention. And I agree.
Yeah, I
Wow.
agree.
Redemption arc?
Broken clock right 2 times a day.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service, Colossal Claude. We appreciate you just exist.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I mean...
It's a gif of Charlie from It's Always Sunny in the Green Man suit, and the monster is the Green Man.
Isn't that Philly Fanatic?
No, he fights the Philly Fanatic.
But he's pretty known. I guess he can't be a cryptid. I'm just thinking I think he's more of a cryptid.
The gist. A roaming man without a face, puffing cigarette smoke out of the sides of his cheeks.
Wait, Anonymous?
Without a face.
See, no, I'm not going to go into it.
Guy Fawkes mask.
No. You the old original Anonymous is the Green Man.
So, yeah.
Because the Guy Fawkes didn't pop up
Yeah,
until 09-ish.
4chan man. Sold its spirit all the way.
Yeah.
There's always a story of living It's a ghost. It's a ghost. It's a ghost.
But wouldn't that have been so much better if that's what took off instead of the Guy Fawkes thing?
Rhode Island.
Then you could just become anyone.
Monster.
I mean, Green Man had a good movie.
Yeah, Green,
'Cause,
Monster.
I mean, V for Vendetta's a pretty good movie.
Monster.
Green Man is every movie, though.
Monster.
Green Man is anything.
Mercy Brown. Rhode Island. Mercy Brown.
That's the monster?
The corpse of a young girl killed by tuberculosis that never decomposes. So a vampire, more or less.
But it's a corpse, and it's not
Yeah. Yeah.
Is Lenin one?
South Carolina.
Or what's that? There's the woman's body in Europe that's preserved somehow, right?
I also like all
Yeah.
those bog mummies.
Yep.
Yeah.
South Carolina. Lizard man of Scrape Ore Swamp. Giant lizard man with green scaly skin. This is on our list because it's such a good one. For blah 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 blah. The main sighting guy, stuck with his story even till his death in 2009. South Dakota. Taku He. The gist. Being a Bigfoot.
Every time I think it's not a Bigfoot, it's a friggin' Bigfoot.
Oh, this guy says, Bigfoot are boring, but not Taku He. He's not boring. He doesn't just stomp around the woods, something smelling terrible. Whoa!
He's right.
Instead, he emerges every now and then to rip the genitals off a calf.
Oh, wow. That's
Whoa.
very specific.
It was active during the 70s and to stock the reservation and the Pine Ridge reservations of the Oglala Sioux. Often linked to livestock mutilation.
Livestock genital mutilation.
One woman
hired
reported that it
Screws
was
around
an
in
evil
black
spirit who led
helicopters.
teens to suicide.
Whoa.
Oh, wait, what?
And
Well, I
other-
missed it laughing at the helicopter.
One
joke.
woman reported that it was an evil spirit who led teens to suicide.
Oh, my God.
And others reported seeing it wearing a stovepipe.
So just threatens to rip your dick
Stovepipe
off unless
hat.
you kill yourself, or
Hold on.
while being Lincoln?
Hold on. It gets more Lincoln. Wearing a stovepipe hat and a long coat, peering into windows.
Is this what happened to Lincoln's body when it was abducted?
A press release in 2006 claimed a body of a Bigfoot had been collected, though it was categorically denied.
Whoa.
So
I'm gonna put that one on the list too.
this is
Genital ripping Bigfoot.
There's a lot to unpack about this.
This
Tennessee.
might be one of those shaman Bigfoots, where it's just a crazy man from the woods.
Tennessee. The Bell Witch. It's an evil spirit of the 19th century.
Is that
The Bell
anything like a
family-
sandwich?
I think the Bell family was, I think, if I remember it correctly, because I'm not going to read. It was a family haunted by a ghost, and the ghost was the Bell Witch.
I see.
Texas. Black-eyed kids. There's
Like
a whole-
demon kids?
Yeah, the whole phenomenon that's
Yeah.
been going around for the past, 5-10 years.
Interesting.
About children with black eyes who are just, creepy.
Huh.
Yeah. I think they're kind of boring, but some of the stories are cool.
Interesting. It's got potential.
Utah. Utah. Monster. Pretty much anything at Skinwalker Ranch. Where to start is what it says for the gist. Skinwalker Ranch has a bunch of... it's just a hub of...
I see.
There's a cave that you're not allowed to go into, near it, that says to have the body of the Skinwalker in it, and...
Hold on, wait. Is there any, official explanation why you can't go in the cave?
It's
Private
dangerous?
it's native land.
I see.
You can go in it. You just get in trouble or fined. Vermont. Alan, any guessing?
I know what I want it to be.
What?
The Side Hill Cruncher.
No.
Oh.
Something else that you want.
That is a great name. Just say Side Hill Cruncher?
Cruncher.
Cruncher.
Champ.
That is
Yeah.
great.
I mean, it's gotta be.
Long serving body, or maybe it's just the neck of a plesiosaur.
Also, maybe a Coke can.
And then as we move on to Virginia, the Bunny Man.
Oh, yeah.
It's a man in a bunny suit
Sans
wearing
Echo?
an X.
That's a cryptid?
A man in a bunny suit with an X?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's not a cryptid. It's a fucking urban
Yeah.
legend.
But it gets lumped in for some
Yeah.
reason.
Well, this isn't a list of cryptids. It's secret spooky state monsters.
Oh, that's right. It's our review of this man's list of spooky, scary,
And he only listens to the Killing Moon.
Washington.
It,
Bat Squatch. The gist? Do I really have to spell it out for you?
You should, because
Go back
this
a few-
is a
go back,
good one.
5 episodes and listen to our Bat Squatch episode.
Because
Yeah.
Ridley confirmed.
That was so early. That wasn't the Bat Squatch episode. That was way before that.
I know, I'm just throwing that in.
it's a callback just to the show in general.
West Virginia.
Mountain Mama.
Mothman.
Take me home.
A large man with wings and red eyes.
All right.
Also, we could have gone with the Flatwoods Monster because that's also West Virginia.
Yep. That's the only thing that makes me want to play Fallout 76 is there are Mothman, Flatwood monsters, and a
Really?
couple of other things in that game, apparently.
Cool. If you get it, I'll get it.
I'll keep that in mind.
Wisconsin. Beast of Bray Road.
That one I knew.
Well, it's either a giant bear, a giant wolf, or a Sasquatch. Just to spice things up, let's say it's all three.
Our giant bear, Sasquatch, wolf?
Yeah.
Wolf Squatch?
Man, bear, pig.
Oh.
According to prairieghosts.com, many werewolf sightings are reported in Wisconsin over the decades. It's a wolf man.
All right. I always thought Beast of Bray Road was like imitation Jersey Devil.
Nah, it's just a wolf man.
Like a giant rat or something.
It's a wolf man.
Okay, all right.
Wyoming. The San Pedro Mountains Mummy. It's like a human, but much, much smaller. That picture is pretty sick.
Oh, wow.
Huh. You say like a human, but much, much smaller?
Yeah. It's
Interesting.
not really a monster because it's dead
Well,
I like that's the
and not
difference.
coming back to life.
Okay, fine, touche.
1932, 2 prospectors found mummified remains of a single full-grown adult human who just happened to be slightly more than a foot tall.
Interesting. How do they know it's full grown though? Because I could see like a well preserved like baby corpse or something, like a child.
Okay, that's the end of the list. And at the very end of the list, it says, John Wirtz is not a Bigfoot. John wins. Clearly not a Bigfoot because he fucking hates them.
Wow, he's anti-Bigfoot racism.
how does he
It's a
come
link
up
to
with
his-
this
it's a
stuff?
link
He's
to his Tumblr.
hilarious.
And it says, this Tumblr has not posted anything. And this article is from 2012.
He really thought he was going to do it, and then he just like did this and luckily quit, presumably.
All right, that's the end of this list, and this is a really long-ass episode.
It is. That was, man. I thought it was just the terribly dry style of that man's writings, but
Let's just pick a monster that we like. From any state, doesn't matter. Not from his list, just monster that we like.
But I like them all.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. Just pick one that you like.
Side Hill Cruncher.
Side Hill Cruncher.
I don't know. Flatwoods Monster. We'll go with
I mean,
that.
Flatwoods Monster's fucking sick.
It's like a metal skirt, dude.
I'm gonna pick that Kappa though.
Which Kappa?
The Kappa.
That's Japan's not a state.
I didn't say we had to pick a state monster.
Oh, I thought that's what we were doing.
I just said pick a monster that you like. But if I have to pick one
alright,
from the
yeah.
states, pick one from the states, man. I don't know, man. Man is the greatest monster.
Touche. You're right.
It's just my head is so loaded full of garbage words
Say it's still
and monsters that I can't. I like the Beast of Busco, the giant.
Oh, yeah.
That giant turtle that was actually proven to be real.
And has a cool parade.
Yep,
How big was this giant turtle?
size of Volkswagen hood. It was in the con.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right.
All right, hit us up on Twitter. I'm very tired. Our Twitter is @Feacre, FEACRE, and you can email us at. God damn it! I hate saying email us at. Our email address is featuredcreaturepod@gmail.com. Remember, all you need to do to be a cryptozoologist is to say you're a cryptozoologist.
And, yeah, we're just going to go on about that guy.
Rustling intensifies.
Outdated pop culture reference. I know it's going to be like a "Where's the Beef" or something.
Yeah.